What is going on, folks? I am Goat and welcome back to Warframe. So we are now post Echoes of Zariman. Fix this shit real quick. Yeah, we are post Echoes of Zariman. Man, lots of shit that they did. They worked on, well, first of all, they added a weapon that isn't even available yet into the stats. I saw people on Reddit posting. You can see I have 675 out of 676. I was level capped up until Echoes of Zariman, and then I was only expecting 2 weapons. And what there is there's a melee coming called the Varicris, I'm assuming. It's a Tenno War fan that isn't even going to release until TennoCon. So July 16th, 2022, you gotta watch 30 consecutive minutes starting at 12:30 p.m. Eastern. And you will get the Varicris Tenno Warfan. Now, I will just tell you right now, the characteristics of it says advantages: normal attack, above average crit chance. Disadvantages: normal attack, below average damage, low attack range, below average status chance, very low disposition. That's like doesn't sound amazing at all. So anyway, so we've got the Varicris. That sounds interesting in itself. We also have a operator amp arcane. We're going to get into that, and you get this at Cavallero. You get, just like you go to Teshin to get the primary or secondary arcane adapters, you can add an arcane now, and there are new arcanes available. So you have Eternal Logistics, which is on Void Sling, 72% amp ammo efficiency for 8 seconds. Could be okay. I mean, that's capped out. So Eternal Onslaught on energy depleted, 180% crit chance for 8 seconds. That sounds very good, especially for like Eidolon hunters running Matarai. My god. Virtuous Spike. I don't think that's a new one. Yeah, no, that's not a new one. So yeah, and obviously I'm still working on Eternal Eradicate. So presently I'm running Virtuous Spike, which is crit damage for 4 seconds on a critical hit, so you get a 20% chance for that, and then obviously viral damage. I could run Virtuous Null, but again, that's based off of kill only. So yeah, so we got a couple of new arcanes here. Still kind of bummed that they didn't give the the function of a third operator arcane, since we can't mod the operator, but it is what it is. I mean, they did, bump up health and shields, and then they also have now fixed Void Sling to where it's more like Void Dash. It's just more controlled distance. That's about it. We also got new weapons. We got the Incarnon shotgun, which was one I was very interested in, the Felarks, and then we got the Enodem dagger. Now, I will say this: the Enodem dagger is really about as lackluster to me as the Praetos Tonfas. I don't think it's bad. I actually think this is a little better than the Tonfas, truthfully, because you go fucking grape ape when the shit goes into Incarnon form. But again, with it being on a timer on Incarnon form is what I don't like. I mean, a 12-second timer is cool and all, but the way the evolutions work on these things, especially with this one, is weird. So I'll just show you. First of all, my build. It's nothing groundbreaking. Condition overload, quickening, sacrificial steel is a 4-forma setup. I just got done testing and running this. Pretty goddamn functional. Sacrificial pressure just to get the stack for the sacrificial shit. Is it necessary to do both the sacrificial? No. You could do prime pressure point if you really wanted to get a little bit more base damage, especially since we're not running any elementals. That would make sense. So, I mean, like, if you were really inclined to do so, you could do prime pressure point. Now, that's going to drop your crit chance down to 70%, but it's going to give you an increased base damage up to 954. So, is the trade-off worth it? To me, it's not. To me, I think getting the increased critical chance plus, losing a little bit of base damage, but the overall crit factor is definitely there for this. Especially, running quickening coupled with Berserker Fury, because I will tell you right now, the base attack speed on this thing is ass. A 0.75. Holy Jesus Christ, this thing is ass. Good God. Yeah, the base attack speed for this dagger is bullshit. So, I mean, the entire point of this is to basically really fully run off of the slash, because puncture is kind of garbage, but we're doing, you know, condition overload, melee damage per status type affecting a target. Well, you know, I mean, your status chance isn't amazing, but that's not status proccing, that's just status effect. Quickening, attack speed plus combo count chance. Obviously the sacrificials give you crit chance and melee damage, so base damage. Berserker Fury, you get a kill, you get 35% attack speed that stacks up to twice for 10 seconds, and it does continue to count up on each kill. Blood Rush, pretty fucking self-explanatory because it goes across a lot of builds. 40% crit chance, critical chance stacks with combo multiplier, so this thing can go through the fucking roof on crits, which it does. Organ Shatter, critical damage. Gladiator Might, critical damage plus a 10% critical chance per combo multiplier. Yes. We like that. We like that a lot. Pretty straightforward build. Some people will go with Prime Pressure Point. Some people will go with Sacrificial Pressure. Really personal preference. Some people may even go with Stinging Thorn over Pointed Wind. Personally, I like the fighting style of Pointed Wind over Stinging Thorn. That's, again, you know, to each their own. Because it really, I mean, it comes down to the combos, you know. Like, the combos are really, you know, kind of where it's at. So, yeah. That's just kind of the thing. So I give you Stinging Thorn. Then you've got these combos. Yeah. So, anyway, it's just how it is. So yeah, Pointed Wind for me. Bitch, really? Fuck you. So that's the build. So the evolution that I did, obviously, is the, you know, the Incarnon evolution. The next one is plus 25% attack speed, because, again, the base attack speed on this is ass. Gain 5 combo count for every 10 meters of continuous slide. That one is a tricky one, but honestly, there's not a whole lot of good options, because this thing, it seems like it's very much designed for finishers. There are 3 evolutions that are finisher based. The reach ×3 combo and heavy attack for to activate Incarnon form. That's pretty much a no-brainer for me, because I'm not all about the finishers. And then this one, collecting ammo, grants 5 melee counter. Works pretty fucking well. Again, you have 2 finisher options, or this. Again, because I don't do finishers, I just don't. Like, you guys have seen me, I just don't do a lot of finishers. So, yeah, so that's where we're at. So evolutions I did, that's the build. Now, the Fel Arcs is very interesting, okay? Very interesting. First of all, the build. Now, the fire rate on this gun is ass. The accuracy on this gun is fucking ass, okay? It's a full auto shotgun that goes into a semi-auto. The shotgun blasts into 2 semi-auto pistols, and the fire rate for those pistols is ungodly slow. Okay, it is ridiculously fucking slow. Now, funny enough, this weapon loads kind of like the Strun or the Strun Prime or the Strun Wraith, to where you're like flipping fucking shells into it, but it almost, from a side profile, it looks like you're flipping like void quarters into it or something. It's fucking funny looking. So I added, personally, and this is just me, I added fire rate. Now, this thing only has a mag size of 10. You'll notice, though, the crit is very low. Critical multiplier, pretty decent. Status per projectile, 19.8. No surprise, it's a shotgun. Getting good status out of a shotgun is kind of interesting at best. But again, that is status projectile, or status per projectile. So what I did is pretty fucking obvious. I went for a viral heat slash build. Yes, a little bit out of order. I could, you know, drop Toxic Barrage and Frigid Blast and go for way less viral and more heat and slash, but truthfully, this is pretty fucking punchy for my playstyle. So we got our viral 60/60s, we've got the heat 60/60, galvanized health for the stackable multi-shot, prime ravage to boost up the critical multiplier, much needed. Ammo stock, because the base ammo capacity, again, is ass. It is 6. And believe me, this being a full auto shotgun, this motherfucker will chew through it once you put fucking shotgun spaz on here. And the shotgun spaz isn't for the primary function, it's for the Incarnon mode. And then galvanized savvy, obviously stackable status chance because of the evolutions. And then shotgun ammo mutation instead of vigilante supplies, again because of the evolutions. So much like the Praetos or the Latum, well, I'll say the or the Fenmore, I mean, much like the Fenmore Incarnon mode, this one 40% accuracy when aiming. Well, considering it's a shotgun that has a 7.7 accuracy, yeah, I'll take 47, or I'll take 47.7 over 7.7. Now, dual mode chamber. For me, this is the one that made sense. I don't even remember what the other two functions were, but this is the one that made sense. Like, one of them was like ammo reload when holstered, and I don't even remember what they were. I don't know, can I look at them? No, I can't, of course not, because that would make sense. Basically, every time you reload a shell, it cycles between the chambers. So you can either get a 100% projectile speed or 4-meter punch through, like a guaranteed punch through on any enemy. Just depending on how the reload falls. So you, and this thing, just like the Strun or the Strun Prime, you can fire mid-reload. So you can actually stop and choose which one it is. Now, is that going to fuck with how much ammo you have? Yes, but you can just as easily quick squeeze the trigger and get a semi-auto function out of this gun. So if you're going for headshots and you get a good line of enemies, getting the punch through, not a bad idea. Now, like the Fenmore. Or the Praetos. Which fucking one is it, man? I'm having a fucking moment here. Fenmore. Okay, I was correct. Fenmore. Select Fenmore. High status, low crit. Reason being is because of the final evolution, 50% chance to deal 2,000 damage on non-critical hits. So you do not want to build to critical. You just want to build to base damage. Okay, and then let the semi-auto do its thing. And holy Jesus Christ, this semi-auto is fucking destructive on this particular evolution scale. Oh, it's pretty good. It's pretty fucking good. Now the overguard change, I got to admit, I was pretty surprised with the overguard change. Like, they said that they were going to be dropping the punch of the overguard to where it wasn't going to be near as nuclear for low-level enemy or low-level players to be able to take the motherfuckers out. Now, I did point that out as a quality of life thing that I was hoping they were going to do, and I'm glad they did it. But now we can just cheese the shit out of them again because they basically dropped the overguard and just applied more health. Yeah, they're pretty fucking easy to kill. The Thrax are the only ones that seem to have changed, and it has nothing to do with the overguard, but it's when they go into their ghost form and try to go suck into another enemy to reform themselves. The Thrax actually seem, because of their health increase, it takes a hell of a lot more to kill the bastards. I'm okay with that. It's more of a challenge, so, but yeah, the Thrax are the only ones that seem to really benefit from it. Now, I will say, the Felarks in Incarnon mode, it just cheeses the shit out of fucking Eximus. Anything with overguard, dude, it's like 1, maybe 2 shots. With this build, 1, maybe 2 shots, it's fucking game over. Love that shit. Now there is a lot more stuff that came with this update, okay? But I mean, this is like the primary stuff, honestly. So although this may be a bit of a lackluster video as far as overall information, I at least, again, wanted to show, you know, the base build that I'm running for Forma. You know, obviously Arcane installed, all the evolutions done, and this is really goddamn functional. Just personally, as far as the primary fire goes, I would definitely put in the preface of try to quick squeeze your fires instead of just full auto the fucking thing because of its ammo capacity. And when you're doing your evolutions for the Felarks, specifically build up your Incarnon transmutation and get it ready to do the 20 headshots on the Angel, because that is literally the only way that you can complete that, because you have to get 20 headshots on the Angel to get to the next evolution. Well, even if you have ammo stock on here, you only have 10 fucking rounds, which means Incarnon mode is the only way that you're going to do it. So basically, let her swing at you a couple times, and when she gets static getting ready to attack your Warframe, you get an attack of opportunity. You get 1, 2, maybe 3 shots if you're quick enough. So that's how I did it. Worked out pretty good. the first round, I wasn't even thinking about it, didn't even have the Incarnon built up, so yeah, I was an idiot. So it took me 2 attempts, but technically, once I realized I was being an idiot, it only took me the one. Everything else, oh, excuse me. Everything else is very self-explanatory. Now, the only other thing that I do want to put out there is I want to apologize for the slowness of my uploads this week, because I said that I was going to be you know, uploading on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and especially if there's like special event kind of stuff going on, I like to try to stick to that. Here's the problem though. We had a tornado touchdown 1.4 miles away from my house, and I lost power for 50.5 hours. So this happened at 1:35 in the morning on Tuesday, or technically Wednesday morning, and we didn't get power back until just after 3:05, I think, on Friday morning. So yeah, good times. Yeah, had to go stay at my in-laws' house for a couple of days, and I had absolutely no access to my YouTube or to the game or anything else. So I literally popped in on Friday as soon as I had power and immediately got these weapons building, and I just got done running tests with them, and like, I am fresh. Now, is this going to be the status quo of how I'm going to do the builds? Possibly. The way they function right now, they're pretty fucking good. Now, are these endurance style builds? I don't know. I'm not an endurance player. That's for you to tell me, truth be told. So, but here's where I'm at with the guns, and now I get to figure out who I'm going to assign them to. And as I tell people, like, the last thing, as I tell people, I finally broke down and did exactly what I've said I was meaning to do, and I just kept forgetting to do. Because I do a lot of weapon changing, but I'm telling you, especially with the new focus rework, this is something that everybody really needs to take into account, because lenses are still very much a thing. Y'all, like, if you really want to focus farm and get your shit going the right way, that's not right. That's right. Notice, Unaro. Madarai. Naramon. Load yourself up. Load yourself up with stuff. Yeah, Zeneric all down the board here, and then we have Vazarin on Wisp. You know, put your shit on there and get the job done. Load up your weapons and your Warframes, and, you know, because these lenses, even just if they're just base lenses, you have 4 base lenses that you ended up picking up from bounties, put them on your top 5 frames. There's 5 schools, top 5 frames, different weapons, you know, because like this one is the Brahma, the Cycron, and the Glaive Prime. So, okay, Trumna, Latum, Legion, you know, Lens, Nucor, Dual Karis, Bubonico, Athadai, Serrata, and Shidu, Tenet Detron, Sylvan Aegis Prime. All different weapons, all different frames. So I can literally, if I just need to go focus farm for one specific school because I'm just trying to get the shit capped out and done, just grab the frame and go. Very simple. I hate that lenses still exist, but this is where we are in the game. So this is what we're doing. So yeah, so that's it. Hope you at least find the evolutionary thing good. You'll probably, I mean, you'll potentially see me running these weapons in the future soon enough. We'll find out, but yeah, that's pretty much all I got for now. So folks, thank you very much for watching, and yeah, just remember, TennoCon is around the corner, folks. I mean, we're talking, you know, a month and 5 days. So yeah, a month and 5 days, and we're going to be at TennoCon. So make sure you got your TennoCon online pass so you can get into the relay and get all the shit from Borrow and start ducat farming fucking now, because that dude's going to have fucking everything, and you are going to want ducats and credits to be able to get as much of this goody shit as you can. Trust me. I had to do the whole ducats and fuck it for Borrow last year. I'm not going to have to do a repeat of that this year because I bought the majority of the shit that he had. So yeah. So folks, yeah, get yourself prepped, man. You got a month. Start ducat farming your dick in the dirt. Yeah. Thanks very much for watching. As always, I will catch you in the next one, all right?